So let's start on the mat, and we're gonna start back in child's pose. This is a great kind of midday stretch position. This is one of my favorites. You just need a break. Pressing back into a little child's pose, and then tense up on your fingers. So you're up on your fingertips and press your hips back a little bit more. Find a big stretch there underneath your shoulders, underneath your armpits. And then let's take a little thread the needle while we're here. Let's take that right arm underneath our left shoulder. Look out underneath your left shoulder. Find a little twist. And if you want, you can take that left arm and wrap it behind your back, reaching for your right thigh. You don't have to, but it's an extra little chest and shoulder stretch if you want it. And then we'll bring it back to the middle. And then switch it out. Left arm underneath your right shoulder. Kind of scoot your right arm forward. And then if you want to wrap that right arm behind your back, you can. If you weren't sure what I meant on the first side, should be able to see it pretty well on this side. And then we'll bring it back into the middle. Let's bring it up to hands and knees. Take a little cat-cow stretch here. So knees are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, hands are under your shoulders. We're gonna lift our tail, lift our chest, lift our head. And then exhale, curl everything under, chin tucks, tail tucks. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Lift your shoulders up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale. One more. And then we're going to bring it back to center. Step your left foot back. Give it a little stretch. It doesn't really matter which one you start with, just pick one. Trying to drop your heel towards the floor. And then we're going to take a little rock back and forth. And then we're going to bring it back to center. We're going to find a little activation here. You're going to squeeze where your seat meets your thigh and use that to float your leg up to hip height. And then tap your toes and lift. Tap, lift. Tap, lift. Up. 5, 4, 3. Last one, lift it up, hold. Now take a little pulse, up, up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, bend your knee, foot presses up towards the ceiling. Like you're gonna kick right through those ceiling tiles, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna lower that knee. Step your right foot back, same thing, second side. Kind of waking up through that back body, your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes. Take a little rock forward and back. Good. For 2 and 1. You're gonna squeeze where your seat meets your thigh, float that leg up. Tap, lift, tap, and lift. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift up, pause, give it a little pulse, up, up. 5, 4, little movement, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, now press it up. A little more glute. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. We're going to press back into our child's pose. Take a second, roll your wrists out. Take a big inhale, big exhale. We're going to bring it back up to hands and knees. Take a little bird dog here. So you're going to reach your right leg back. Reach your left arm forward. So opposite arm and leg. hip stays pointed at the floor. Exhale, lower. Right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Gaze stays down at the mat so your spine stays long. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Reach. And down. Good. Stretch. And lower. Last set. Reach. And then we're going to bring it down. We're going to spin our feet around. Let's come down to our seat. Feet to the floor. Let's take our arms out long and roll ourselves down to the mat. And then we're going to take a couple chest and shoulder stretches here. Let's inhale, bring our arms out to a T towards the floor. And then exhale, back up. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. For 4. And 3. 2. Good. Last one. Lift it back up. Now we're going to go back towards our ears. Thumbs reaching down towards the floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. A few more like that. Good. Last one. And then let's bring those arms up to the ceiling. Bring our legs up to tabletop. So knees are over your hips, shins are parallel to the floor. We're going to tap our right toes down and then lift up. And then our left toes and lift. So your belly button is sinking down. Your low back is on the mat. And you're keeping your leg at 90 degrees and moving from your hip, not your knee. 2 more. If this bothers your low back, don't go all the way to the floor. Last set. Lift it up, pause. Now we're going to turn this into a little dead bug, really great core exercise. We're going to take our right leg out long and bring our left arm back by our ear. Exhale, back up. Switch. Opposite arm and leg. Lift. Reach. Lift. Reach. Lift. Good. Exhale up. Low back, still down on the mat. Reach. Good. And last set. And then bring it in, hug your knees into your chest, take a little rock side to side. And then let's bring our legs back to tabletop, hands to the floor this time. You're gonna hinge from your hips again, keep those legs at 90 degrees, tap both feet, lift up. Tap, lift, tap, lift. 3 more here. 2, 1. Now you're going to bring your legs back to tabletop. You're going to reach them out on an angle. Exhale back in for 5, 4, and in, and 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to put those 2 things together for 1 more set. You're going to tap your feet down, lift it up, reach them out. Draw it in, tap, exhale up, inhale, reach, exhale in, tap, lift, reach, in for 3, reach, in, tap, lift, reach. Good. Last one, lower, out, draw it in, hug your knees in, and then we're going to bring our feet to the floor. Knees are in line with your hips. Knees are about a fist width apart, so you might kind of hold your hand down there and make sure. And you want your knees to stay in line with your hips so they're not falling in or out. And if you need something to kind of help make sure that happens, a yoga block or kind of a small ball that you could hold between your knees, or even a rolled up towel anything like that would be great. We're going to drop our knees over to the right and then up and over to the left. So we're going to start with a little windshield wiper and loosen up our hip flexors a little bit. Let's go one more to the right, one more to the left, and then we're going to bring that back up to center. So here's where you really want those knees in line with your hips. If you wanted to have something between your knees, you could add that now. You're going to press your low back against the mat. Your tailbone starts to tip, and then you're going to roll it up into a nice long bridge. So you're a long line here from your shoulder out through your knees, squeeze through your tush, press your knees away from your hips, and then roll it back down. One vertebrae at a time. Inhale, peel and lift. Exhale, roll it all the way down. Good, couple more. Lift and lower. Good, for 4. Inhale, peel it up one vertebrae at a time. And then exhale all the way back down. Good, 2 more. Last one, articulating each of those vertebrae, long spine, and then roll it all the way down and pause. We're going to take our right ankle in front of our left knee. So this is the start of your typical figure 4 stretch. We're going to take a little tip over to your left and then bring it back up. A little tilt. So you should feel that stretch in your hip as you start to dip over. We're not coming all the way over, but you should find a little extra stretch. For 2. And 1. Bring it back up. Now you're going to draw your legs in toward you and bring your hands behind your left leg, right elbow, right knee, and then you're going to reach your left leg up towards the ceiling. So this is really where that figure 4 stretch gets its name, is in this position, because you're like an upside down 4 from the hips to the feet. If you've always been like, I don't understand this stretch, it has a dumb name. This is why. So find that nice hamstring stretch here as well. And then we're going to bend that left foot, bring it to the floor, uncross, pause here, left foot in front of the right, and a little dip over to one side, over towards your right, and then back up. Little dip. So you'll feel that stretch, and once it kicks in, you've gone far enough. You don't need to keep going. You'll lose the stretch if you go too far. For 3. Good, last one. And then we're going to draw that leg in and then up. So right leg is up towards the ceiling, as if you were just standing on the ceiling, on the roof. Little hamstring stretch there. Pressing your left elbow to your left knee to find a little extra stretch in your hip. And then we'll bend that knee, uncross our feet, and bring them back to the floor. We're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, chin to chest. Peel your head, neck, shoulders up. Sink your belly button down. And then exhale, roll it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And lift. Little curl. And lift. 3. 2, 1, pause. Good. We're going to take our legs out long. Same thing, just now with long legs. Inhale, curl, head, neck, shoulders up, gaze down there towards your feet. Exhale, roll it back down. So belly button is sinking down, low back is sinking down. Exhale, lower. 4 more. Inhale, little lift. Good. 2 more, then we're going to turn this into our full roll up. Last one. Couple options here. You could stay in this little half curl. You can bring your hands to your thighs to help you up, or you could take a band or a strap around your feet. I will show you that here in just a second because I have one by my feet. So you're going to inhale, chin to chest. You're pulling your belly button down. You're pressing your legs away, and you're lifting up. You're rounding forward and rounding out over your legs, finding a big stretch. Pull your ribs back. And then you're going to sit up tall. And then you're going to roll it back down. So if you want to use a band or a strap, you can hook that around your feet. We're going to go about 3 more at your own speed. Inhaling to curl and lift and round forward. Sit up tall. Roll it all the way down. 2 more. Inhale, curl, peel, and lift. Reach out over your legs. Big stretch. Sit up tall. Roll it all the way down. Last one. Roll forward and pause. We're going to sit up tall. We're all going to meet here at the top. So if you're not seated, work your way back up here. We're going to reach our arms out long in front, step our feet open a little bit wider than our hips, flex your feet. Soft bend in the knees is okay. Drop your chin, and then you're going to round forward, reaching out past your feet and pulling your ribs back as you float your arms on an imaginary table, and then roll it back up, sit up tall. Inhale, curl forward, spine stretch forward, really trying to reach through your arms. Roll it back up. 2 more. Round forward, reach, reach, reach. Back up. Last one. Roll it back up, sit up tall. And then we're going to roll it all the way back down to the mat. And take a nice long stretch. Arms and legs reach out long. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. 1 more big inhale in. Big exhale out. Good. Now we're going to draw our right knee into our chest. Hug it in. You should find a little bit of a stretch here in your opposite hip. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then you're going to take your hand, opposite hand, to the outside of your knee and find a nice spine twist towards your left. Right arm opens, look out towards your right hand. Couple big deep breaths here. This is a great stretch if you've been sitting at a desk or driving or anything, basically where your arms are out in front of you the whole time. So the more you can drop your right arm and your right shoulder towards the floor, the more you're going to feel this across your chest. And then obviously the twisting part you'll feel in your back. And then let's bring it back to center. Hug that knee in 1 more time. Take another little hamstring stretch here. Reach that leg up to the ceiling, hands behind your thigh. A few little ankle circles here. And a few circles the other direction. Big inhale. Big exhale. Then we'll hug that knee in. Let's set our right foot on the floor, set our left foot on the floor, and then we're just going to switch it out. We're going to draw that left knee in, right leg out. Big inhale. Stretch here in your right hip, so that long leg. Then we'll take our spine twist, right hand to the outside of your left knee, left arm opens, big twist over to the right, look left. So really trying to sink this left shoulder towards the floor, even as you twist your left knee to the floor on your right. So moving with some opposition here. Let's go 2 more big deep breaths. Really feel that stretch in your shoulder. And then we'll bring it back to center, reach it up towards the ceiling. Feel little ankle circles here. Few circles the other direction. Good. And then we'll bend that foot, set it down. Set your right foot down there to meet it. We're going to bring our right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. We're going to bring both legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring our hands behind our right thigh. If you want to curl head, neck, and shoulders up, you might be able to walk your hands up to your right calf. You're going to give that right leg a little pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. 1, 2, 1, 2, bump, bump. 1, 2. Belly button is trying to pull down towards your spine. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. Last set. Legs together, bend your knees, rest your head, big inhale. We're going to send those legs up to the ceiling one more time. Hands are on the mat, point your toes, inhale, reach your legs out and away. Exhale, lift. No strain on your low back, so don't go super low. If your knees need to bend or your low back needs to move, you're going too far. 4, lift. 3, lift. Last one. Bend your knees, feet to the floor. We're going to flip it over to one side. Doesn't matter which side you start on. We're going to have our knees bent to the front. We're going to do a little set of clamshells here. Some good kind of piriformis and glute medius kind of work, which is great if you're doing a lot of sitting. Feet together, top knee lifts, and down, and lift. These are great either with a TheraBand tied around your thighs, or you could hold a weight on top of your leg, a little 2 to 5 pound hand weight, or even just like a can of soup would work. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to bring this into a little Z-sit. So you're going to draw your bottom leg to the front, your top leg to the back, and come up into a little seated position. We're going to take a little mermaid stretch here, getting out of our kind of normal range of motion. Arms reach long. We're going to up and over to one side, big stretch. Up and over to the other side. Hips are sinking to the floor. Hips are heavy. Up and over, big stretch. One more. And then we're going to bring it back to center. You're going to swivel your legs around, slide yourself down so we can do some little clamshells on this second side. Your knees are bent, kind of 45-degree angle here. Feet stay together, top knee lifts, and lift. Good. Up. 5. Last 2. And 1. Good. We're going to draw that top leg to the back, bottom leg to the front, press up, Z-sit, second side, arms reach out, up and over, and up and over. And reach, and reach. Good. Last one, each way. And then you're going to flip yourself back around to hands and knees. And we're going to press back to child's pose one more time. Rest your head, reach your arms forward, drop your weight into the floor. We're going to take 2 big breaths here. Big inhale, big exhale. One more big inhale, big exhale. And that is it for today.